finally here. Finally, it's here and over. I watched I watched the whole show. If I'll be I'll be honest, it isn't that good for me at least. Like the funny thing is, people like to watch whatever they like, whatever they please, especially if they're like most likely like newcomers or enjoy watchers is gonna be like, liking this, nothing anything of it. Like they just turn off their brains to play brain dead for the whole show, just to buy in. Like everything makes sense, and it's like they don't understand what's the problem. It's like it's one thing to have an opinion about something. Like even like for example, if someone likes Ruby, I'm not gonna be well, I am an asshole, but I'm not gonna just like say, just be toxic and say, "Oh no, you're wrong." Like it's unnecessary. If they like it, it's like it's not my place to judge every single person around a community about a show. So it's like, I'm not about that anymore. Um, but back to this, it's like, yeah, a lot of people like the show. I don't understand. I didn't like it. Understand where they're coming from, and even though I tried to see different ways, which I can see a little bit, but overall, like, I don't understand who watched this, like, watch it again after watching the first time, because I don't think I want to rewatch it after my first time watching with Theory, Star Wars Theory, with his live streams. I actually watched with him, and we can just go into it right now. Actually, part one, episode one. Um, I have nothing to say about it besides like Leia chase scene is dumb as hell. Um, that chase scene was the worst. But overall, the episode was fine, so I didn't have anything else to say about the first one. Now the second one, I have problems, and it brings up the question of like, should Obi-Wan leave Luke in Tatooine? And I'll say this: either way, and I saw the leaks too. So, like either way, if they at least make it like necessary or fun or at least something to develop, I would have been fine. But they gave Leia nothing but a plot device. Just she got kidnapped 2 times in the show, 3 times, and she comes back and say, "Oh, just became like Makoto Naegi. Just it's all about the hope. Don't give up on your friends. Like, don't give up on your friends, guys. Let's all work together. Like, nah, I hate that. It's just so annoying. What I wish they would have done, and someone bring this up, that they could have let Leia have a arc of her braving up to be a hope leader. To become the rebellious leader, princess that we all know and love, and just watch her just kick ass. Why can't we have that? Like a weak Leia, or not weak, a fearful Leia. Like she's a kid, right? Like she's very not talkative. She's very scared. Um, she's not mostly she's not very like bold. And then over time, Obi-Wan teaching her about like they both need each other. This is the thing I've been waiting to see. Leia helps him with with his PTSD by him showing her the ways of maturing and braving up, and I think that would have worked. But this, it's fine, but it's not memorable like at all. Which brings back to, well, I'm about to go to part three, but I want to finish up part two first. Part two first. About everything else and Reva and shit. So Yeah, like the Leia stuff was just average, but really mediocre and boring. Like I didn't care about her, especially what she did in part five, four, or five, no four, 4 or 5. It doesn't matter. Reva, she's not an interesting villain. A lot of people say, "Oh, she's so like brave and strong," and most likely, like she's people will say, "Oh, she's so interesting and she has a good arc," and I actually feel for her. You feel for her because you're human. Because she cried. It's like the what is a good character that people cry for, but they know she's fucking up. Cinder. People were upset with Cinder when she cries, and people were like, "Oh, why am I crying?" Like because we're human. Of course, we're gonna cry with her, but that doesn't mean that she's redemption. She's redeemable. It's like criminals cry for their for their crimes. Yeah, for the crimes, and we expect us to feel bad for them. It's like, huh? You're right. It's like that kind of shit. I don't understand that, but because Cinder's a girl, we had to feel bad for her. Oh no, like nah, get that shit out of here. But yeah, like part two, there's with the I think it was like Ewan's daughter. I think the drug dealer, which was kind of random. I do like the clone. The clone bit was kind of cool. The drug, not the drug, the trafficking, kind of the scamming guy, and Reva just becoming Batman. It was just unnecessary, and her knowing Darth Vader is Anakin is already off to a bad start, and her fake killing the Inquisitor. Yet, that's a good question. What like, how did he recover? Like that is such a. They didn't even tell us how he recovered. Like we know we all know he didn't die. He faked his death. But how did he survive? That's the thing. They didn't even explain to us how he survived. It's so bullshit. Anyway, yeah, part three. That part no, let me finish it with my rating. Part two, it's just mediocre to bad. Part three, um, oh yeah, part three was okay again until the ending is where like oh, okay. Well, firstly, it's the Obi Wan could have walked around the gates or could have done better with the stealth, but or with his skills, if he knows how to shoot a bullet, I'm pretty sure he can use his lightsaber to deflect that kind of shit. But okay, whatever. Um, but it also explains like okay, so does Obi Wan use the gun by the Force to help him aim, or does he just know how to aim a gun? That sounds bullshit to me. That sounds like a lot of shit, especially how good he does with the blaster. It's like, huh? Okay, um, but yeah, Darth Vader shows up killing the home the not the homeless, but it was just killing people left and right, which is okay, pretty terrifying. All right, and then we're to Reva somehow kidnaps Leia from some weird trickery bullshit because she saw the passage from the same gate that they entered, but then she's somehow at the end where Leia ends up in, and it's like, huh? And then Obi Wan fighting Darth Vader was so weirdly sloppy, and he's over there now, he's over here. Vader could have choked him, or because it's so open, like it's so open. I don't know what's happening. It's so bad. Because what I and also I did research that the reason why Darth Vader was intimidating was the help of the what is it claustrophobia or like very like linear hallways and just you and him is what makes him scary, and actually he's not wrong. I forgot who said that, but I know the guy explained that like that he was a threat is whenever he has the walls at his side, just blocking, just no or way around or exit. It's just you and him in the hallway. That's all you need, and that's what makes him good and terrifying, and like a horror kind of person. Like he's like Jason, is slaying through the bodies. with his machete or whatever. But no, he had literally has like no walls around him, just thin air. Where Obi Wan Kenobi could have just like flee or whatever, but whatever. Until we get to the worst part where he somehow survives a flame. Like, well, not just that. He somehow got away. That's my big problem. Like, the stormtroopers didn't get through or go around it. Darth Vader didn't use the Force, jump over the flames, or do anything. It was it was bullshit how he escaped. Could have been a sacrifice, but guess what? The show's shit. Part 4. Worst episode actually by far for me. It's so boring. It doesn't make sense. The girl with the curly hair somehow got away with all her bullshit. Reva was being a dumbass and she's almost torturing Leia. Obi Wan Kenobi did some cool things, but until the very end with him hiding Leia, it's like, okay, this is so dumb. And then they somehow escaped. Part 5, or there's no TIE fighters, chasing after them, which is also bullshit. Part 5, is the confession that Reva was a youngling. She survived, and she survived again from Vader, and all that shit. So I want to see something here. The reason why I give Maul a pass with this is because not just just to redeem his character from episode 1. I understand that, but it's not even that. Is me believing that the dark side can uphold many unnatural powers. So, which means that with all his hate for Obi-Wan, it makes sense why he's been surviving all his so far, like what he has been through, because of that hate he hang on to for so long that his body just manifested and just become like infested and corrupted and fungi into his body. So it was like a walking corpse. Like, it's like literally a literal walking corpse just eating the dead. It's like that I can like literally get into let that slide. Then Reva just somehow just like it's just somehow just like, oh yeah, um I can survive this. 2 times in the same area, she gets stabbed through the chest 2 times. It's a kid and an adult, and as an adult, and then she just walks after that. It's like, huh? Especially, she doesn't even do or explain or show how she got that, that her how she got up and be fine willy nilly, willy nilly just going after Luke after the message. It's like, oh gosh, and Leia knows how to fucking do mechanic. What? Knows how to do mechanic stuff, like no wiring, like as a 10-year-old, how would you know about fucking wiring? If you're a teen, I can't get that if you do research and shit. A 10-year-old, what? Get the fuck out of here. Especially, it's not just that. We don't even see her like how she learned wiring. It's literally just came at her fucking ass. It's like, what are you doing? This is shit. Like why she has to do it? It doesn't make sense. And then, whatever. And then Darth Vader uses the Force, and Reva being a dumbass that didn't attack him quicker. And stupid. Yeah. And then they got away, and Reva's being a dumbass, and Grand Inquisitor survived somehow. It doesn't explain how, but whatever. And then we get to episode 6, part 6 actually, part 6 to see, the climax, the ending. It starts terribly. Reva somehow gets to Tatooine with no ship, She somehow got there faster than Obi-Wan somehow, and then Obi-Wan has an idea to split up. Vader wants him. He'll go to the left, and they all go to the right. And Vader could have just get the TIE fighters to go after the crew, and the starship will go over after Obi-Wan, or he'll get his own ship. He actually has his own ship. Shit. Why can't he go after Obi-Wan, then taking the whole ship after him? It's so dumb. He should take his own ship, or yeah, with his help and his helpers. Him and some stormtroopers will be on the TIE fighters, go after Obi-Wan, as the starship cruiser just comes in and keep firing at the crew. Like it's so simple. They had to overcomplicate it. It's so dumb. It's like no, like they have TIE fighters. I know they do. Stop it. It's so dumb. So anyway, yeah, the Darth Vader and Obi-Wan fights again for the kind of last time because episode 4. So they made Obi-Wan win, throw rocks at him, and which he could have, used the Force to block it or whatever, but they don't want to make him too OP, which I get it, but they could have done better with this. The fight was okay, but it could have done so much better. And Obi-Wan see his face for the last time, seeing who he really is. And the dialogue wasn't that great. It's something. It's fine. It's passable. But honestly, I didn't feel anything when I saw that. I was like, okay, whatever. Then we cut back to Reva being a dumbass, becoming Vader, and just want to kill Luke for some reason, for no reason. There's no reason for her to do this. She's done. It's over. But she wants revenge for some fucking reason. Because she's petty. She's gonna go fucking mess around with Owen and his wife. And then Luke ran away. And then Reva, he tripped. And then Reva was about to kill him. And he's just like, nah. And she should have done that in the very beginning. But whatever. She come back crying like a bitch. And then Obi-Wan is like, oh, you're not like Vader. I believe in you and some shit. And then it's over. And then the best part, where we should have gotten the show, him just saying hello there to Luke, and Qui-Gon just appears. It's like, hello, come back so soon? And Obi-Wan's like, oh, Qui-Gon. And Qui-Gon's like, you missed me already? I've been waiting for you. And then they walked. And as the end, yeah, this show was kind of crap. Not gonna lie, it's space opera. That's literally what it says in the title. It's so bad. I can't. It's not that. It's not a 7 out of 10. It's less. It's less. At best, it's 5. If I'll be honest, if I'm being nice, like really nice, 5 out of 10, 5 or 6. But definitely not above 6. No, thank you. Like, they could have done so much with this, and they fucked it up. And I had to be like, and then people could just say racism. Oh, you're being sexist. Oh, you gotta kiss my ass. Like, I don't want to hear it. This is the democracy, all right. I can say whatever opinions I want, and I say this is shit. Like, this is so bad. I'm choking up because that's how bad it is. They could have done so much with this. But they made it. Obi-Wan is so boring. Like, they made him so like uninteresting. And yes, they had something to do or got somewhere to go. They got something. All right, they got something to do with the first part of the episode, which is episode 1, which he's starting to have the PTSD and shit, which is like okay. And then after that, in the rest of the episodes is like him just being fragile for no reason. Even though he's supposed to be prepared to protect Luke, he's just waste his time on purpose just because he has PTSD. Even though you have PTSD, you still have to, I don't know, like, I understand it'll be like a couple of years, but 10 years? He didn't even try to train or practice anything. Like, this is so pathetic. Like, I don't understand this shit. Now, hide from the Sith, okay. But he's living by himself in a cave. I don't understand that. Whatever. The villains are bad. Like, almost all of it. Vader could have been, like, the greatest one in this show, but they made him pathetic and weak, and he there's so much times he could have just choked Reva, but Reva's like, I'm because I'm black. Is that why you're gonna kill me? And Darth Vader was like, I'm not a racist, and he just put her down. It's that kind of shit. It's like, oh my gosh, just kill her fucking ass. She failed you so many times, and this is how you let her go. But that's not actually how it happened. But it's so painful to see. It's like, this is so dumb. Why was she just? This is such an excuse. Like, you, and also, he knows that Reva was one of the younglings. Why would you mess around with her so much, so many times? Give her these opportunities that he knows she's a fuck up, wasting resources on her pathetic ass, and then now he's like, well, since you finally show your true colors, get it? I'm gonna leave you here. And then she just somehow gets the Tatooine, and then she's like, I'm not like Vader. I'm a person. It's like, bitch, I know you're a person. Grow up. Like, what do you want me to say? This is so painful. Oh gosh, the character, everyone is. I didn't like any character in the show. Every character sucks. They're boring. They're bad. They're dumb. I can't, and they're just OP sometimes, and it's so dumb. I don't like anyone in this show. Even Vader, even Obi Wan, even Leia, which is so upsetting. The only thing I like about it was the flashbacks and maybe some of the choreograph, but even that is like, I just watch YouTube. I could have just go on YouTube and just watch a clip, and then boom, that's it. That's all I need to see. It's so bad. I can't stand the show. If there's anything else I need to say, I guess we got Palpatine finally. No, actually, that's the one good. There's one good pro moment of the show that I actually liked. It's Palpatine just saying, "Well, how'd it go? How did it go? Terrible. Well, I can see that. But now, he is not my master anymore. You are my master." And Palpatine's like, yes, yes, finally. It took you 10 years to realize that. And then that's it. That's literally it. And I'm ending this video. I rate it as a bad show. That's all. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Way hey up she rises. Way hey up she rises. Way hey up she rises. Early in the morning. Doodle along the chimney silver. Doodle along the chimney silver. Doodle along the chimney silver. Early in the morning. Way hey up she rises. Way she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. Pull out the plug and wet 'em all over. Pull out the plug and wet 'em all over. Pull out the plug and wet 'em all over. Early in the morning. Way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises, way hey, up she rises early in the morning. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken